How dumb does the Miami Heat think NBA fans are? To think that was an accident? Oh, you was preparing. You published it by mistake. Man, please. LeBron to Miami Heat. Let's go, baby. Now imagine waking up and seeing that the Miami Heat has officially announced LeBron James, right? Not through ESPN, not through Shams, not through LeBron himself, not through Jury, not through Savannah, but through the Heat's very own YouTube account. Not through Patrick Beverley, bro. You don't know when LeBron is announcing. Stop it. For a few minutes, the basketball world thought one of the biggest free agency decisions in NBA history had just been spoiled. But then it disappeared. The Heat immediately claimed it was an accident. But here's the real question. Do we actually believe them? No. Anyway, if LeBron does return to Miami, how good would this team actually be? Let's break down everything. The rumor started when fans discovered that the Miami Heat's official YouTube account had published a live stream titled LeBron James Introductory Press Conference, July 27, 2026. Word for word, bar for bar. This wasn't a fake account. It wasn't Photoshop. It wasn't a random fan edit. It came directly from the Heat's verified YouTube page before being deleted. But it wasn't slick enough. Naturally, NBA Twitter exploded. People assumed one thing. LeBron had already chosen Miami. Within minutes, the screenshots were everywhere. And then Miami issued a statement. According to a Heat spokesperson, the social media department was simply preparing for the possibility that LeBron James signs with the Miami Heat, and the live stream was accidentally made public. They said there is currently no validity to the video. Now, should we believe them? This is where things get interesting. There are really two possibilities, right? Scenario one, the Heat are telling the truth. Believe it or not, professional sports teams prepare for multiple outcomes all the time. Teams build graphics before the draft. They prepare championship merchandise before the final even ends. Media departments often create press conference templates for potential signings. If LeBron chooses Miami, they don't want to spend 12 hours making graphics. They want everything ready within minutes. From that perspective, the explanation actually makes sense. Or scenario two, the announcement was real and somebody accidentally hit publish. This theory exists because the title, it was not vague. It wasn't possible LeBron press conference. LeBron may sign with us. Just preparing in case Brown wants to join. It specifically read LeBron James Introductory Press Conference with an actual date attached. That makes some fans wonder whether Miami already knew something. And so which is more likely? Based strictly on the available evidence, the first explanation is actually more believable. And that's because if LeBron had already committed, there will likely be many more people aware of it, right? Executives, LeBron's representation, league officials coordinating the schedules, media partners. Instead, multiple reports continue to describe his decision as unresolved, and Miami's explanation has been consistent. The video was a contingency asset that was mistakenly published. So, while the mistake certainly suggests Miami believes that they have a legitimate chance, it does not confirm LeBron's decision. And so what does this tell us? Here's what I think this leak actually reveals. Not that LeBron is definitely signing there, right? But that Miami is preparing as if they could. Organizations don't usually spend resources creating introductory press conferences for teams that know they have zero chance, right? If the Miami Heat didn't believe LeBron wasn't coming there, they wouldn't spend all the time going through this. It suggests Miami is deep enough into discussions that the media department was instructed to prepare assets, right? That's very different from saying a deal is done. But moving on to the basketball fit, right? Now let's assume LeBron actually signs. What does this team become? And the answer starts with one word: versatility. LeBron at 41 isn't trying to score 30 every night. He's become one of the smartest offensive organizers the league has ever seen. He controls the pace, manipulates defenses, he finds shooters, he dictates matchups. Miami has always valued high IQ basketball. Few players embody that more than LeBron. With the half-court offense, one of Miami's biggest strengths would immediately become decision-making. Every possession would have multiple playmakers. LeBron running pick and roll, Giannis attacking downhill, elite shooters spacing the floor. Switching becomes almost impossible because every mismatch is punished differently. You double Giannis, LeBron finds the open shooter. You double LeBron, Giannis gets downhill. You stay home, both attack one-on-one. There are very few defensive answers for this Miami team. And then, the biggest one of all, transition basketball. LeBron, Giannis, transition? Oh my God. This is where things become scary. Imagine forcing a turnover. LeBron grabs the rebound. Giannis is already down. You play the Knicks. Jalen Brunson dribbles, lays up, he misses. Bam gets the rebound. By the time Bam catches it and does this, Giannis is already down there. He's already down there, already sprinting. Now defenses have to stop arguably the two greatest transition players of their generation. How is that possible? Teams would constantly be retreating instead of setting their defense. And then late game offense. Miami's offense suddenly becomes much easier, right? When possessions slow down, LeBron has been one of the league's best late game decision makers for 2 decades. Instead of forcing contested shots, he'll identify the weakest defender, attack the matchup, create an open look. That calm decision making is invaluable in playoff basketball. Defensively, LeBron no longer guards elite wings for 40 minutes. Not as if he did, but instead of guarding the second or third best offensive player on the other team, now LeBron is guarding the third or fourth or the fourth or fifth best offensive player on the other team, right? And all that matters. All that energy matters. In the playoffs, he still flips the switch. And surrounded by Miami's defensive culture, he'd be able to conserve energy during the regular season and focus on communication, rotations, and timely help defense. His basketball IQ alone improves every defensive possession. And then with the leadership, this might actually be the biggest impact. Miami's culture has always emphasized accountability. LeBron understands exactly what's expected there because he helped establish part of that championship identity during his first stint in Miami. You have veteran leadership from someone who's been through virtually every playoff situation imaginable. For younger players, that's invaluable. For the Davion Mitchells, he's going to grow so much. Off the court, from a business standpoint, a LeBron return would instantly become one of the biggest stories in sports, right? National TV games, sellout crowds, merchandise, international attention. Miami immediately becomes one of the NBA's premier attractions again. It would also be a full circle moment, right? LeBron won his first championship there. Returning to finish his career where he first became a champion would create one of the strongest legacy narratives in modern basketball. And so, should fans believe the leaked announcement? No, not as proof that LeBron has already signed. The evidence available today supports Miami's explanation that it was an accidental published contingency live stream, not confirmation of a completed deal. But should fans ignore it completely? Also no, because it tells us something important. The Heat are clearly taking the possibility of a LeBron James reunion seriously enough to prepare it in advance. And if that reunion actually happens, the basketball implications are enormous. A team built around LeBron's playmaking, Miami's culture, and championship expectations would immediately become one of the NBA's most compelling contenders, both because of the on-court fit and because of the historic story it would represent. Whether the deleted live stream ends up being remembered as an embarrassing mistake or the first accidental glimpse of one of the biggest signings in NBA history, we will find out soon.